Yeah, they're saying it in the corner of Hamilton. You've got to show us something. You've got to let your hands go. Do you want to win this fight? So let's see if he reacts and responds to the coach's advice.
Great corner work there. Yeah. Passion speech there from Hamilton's corner. We'll see if he puts it into effect here, round number 4. And it's been so hard for him to handle, like you said, the pace and the pressure of Ramos. And in the exchanges, the tie-ups, the clinches, it just feels like the weight, the power of the right hand. And there's a mouthpiece out from Ramos.
Yeah, like you said, look, even for an experienced fighter to be under that sort of pressure, you know, it's not only physically demanded, it's mentally demanded. But for a guy that doesn't really know how to box, and that's no disrespect, he knows how to fight, but not box, to be under that sort of pressure, it's very hard to cope.
That's a great point. Not only the pressure of Ramos, but the pressure of this fight card as another right hand from Ramos comes in. You're on a massive card here, Jake Paul, Nate Diaz, the entirety of fight week, and you're leading off the card. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, for sure.
In this last round, Hamilton's going to have to turn the tide a bit here. Nice left hand. It's a nice straight left hand there from Hamilton. He's starting to feel himself a little bit here. Yeah, bouncy on the feet. Nice slip outside there.
He's just got to let his hands.
He's got to follow
exactly
it.
That way. You took the words out of my mouth there. He has to follow up the good work. The art of boxing is to hit and not be hit. When you've missed those shots, you've got to fire back. You've done the heartbeat. That was a nice lead left hand, though, from Hamilton. Again, just missing with some jabs, Hamilton. Oh, there's that uppercut from Ramos, just missing.
I'll tell you what, right now, Darren Barker, we got to fight in this 4th round.
Yeah, we have.
Goodness. The intensity has stepped up here, round number 4. Both gentlemen looking to put a statement on this fight. And Ramos says, why are you running? And then hits him with a combination upstairs.
There's no doubt that the man here, Ramos, he'd love Hamilton to be standing, letting his shots go. He doesn't want to be following his man. He doesn't want to be chasing his man. He wants to fight.
The old phone booth fighting like they did in the days of the UK, right? They don't still use those out there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh! Nice right hand there again from Ramos. Out here, we put 2 feet in the tire, these Texas rounds, all right? So we do 2 feet in the tire, that's what it is.
Yeah, we've seen that one as well. Oh, that right hand, and the uppercut.
Back foot. Ramos looking for absolute hammers right now. Big right hand again, Ramos. Another one.
It's a great finish to the fight from Ramos.
Looking to potentially finish it all right here in this 4th round. 37 seconds left. Can Ramos close the door here? Beautiful.
He's wide open to that uppercut, Hamilton. He's got to get those elbows in, close that guard up for the last 25 seconds. Oh.
And you're seeing Ramos is trying to get away from that clinch, open back up and let shots fire. He understands he's going to hurt fighter, but a right hand from Hamilton. And Ramos beats on the chest, says, no, sir. Last few seconds. The combinations there from Hamilton. Both guys trade, and that's the way we're going to end it. What a fight to open it up there, Barker.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. It's a shame we didn't see a bit more of what Hamilton did in the last minute or so earlier in the fight. But for me, Ramos wins that fight. You can see what it means to him. He's happy. He's overjoyed with himself. And it was the pressure. It was the constant pressure. It was the work, and it was that right hand, Wade.
The right hand seemed to always have a home. And again, like you said, the pressure, pace, output. At the end of the day, Ramos is potentially, in front of these lights and in front of these fans, put his name on the map here.
Yeah, it was a solid performance, Wade. It was, you know, he was. You can see what it means to him. He's, like I say, he's not had it easy in the pro ranks so far. And for him there, no disrespect to Hamilton, he was the boss there, Ramos. He had things his own way. Other than maybe a minute or so in that last round, you know, it was fairly comfortable. And it'll be interesting to see what he does next.
That's the beautiful thing about these prelim fights. We're getting the first look at some of these guys that potentially are going to have longer careers and go on and do great things. And like you said, for Ramos, it wasn't an easy start to his boxing career, but this may be the turning of a page, maybe the beginning of a new chapter.
Don't get me wrong, Wade. There's an awful lot to learn. But there was slight improvements from Ramos. From what I've seen in the past, he is moving in the right direction. Don't want to get carried away, but there's a lot to work with.
That's what you look for out of a guy continuing to learn this sport. and continuing to grow in it. Both gentlemen here putting it all on the line for this first fight of the night. And moving forward from this fight, Darren, for both guys, what would you like to see? I guess for the improvements for Ramos, like you said, there's a lot of work to do. For Hamilton, is it more just throw your hands next time out?
I mean, he done well avoiding shots at times in that fight, especially cutting round to his right. But then he didn't let his hands go, Wayne. And it's so frustrating. You've done the hard part. Let your hands go.
Looks like we have an official decision, so let's go ahead and throw it to our ring announcer, Thomas Schreiber, with our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Chris Migliori and Ellis Johnson are in agreement. They score it the same, 40-36. And Judge Patrick Morley scores it 39-37. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Luciano Ramos.
So there it is, Darren. Like we thought, unanimous decision victory for Luciano Ramos. Takes him to 2-3. And like you said, you can see what it meant to him. The emotion pouring out from him and the team. And let's not forget, most of the fighters on this card are either Team Diaz or Team Paul. That's 1-0 for Team Diaz on the night. We'll keep an eye and see what the scorecards end up being, the entirety of it. But folks, speaking of most of the fighters being Team Diaz or Team Paul, there's plenty more to come here on DAZN as the big fights don't stop. But tonight, all eyes are on Jake Paul and Nate Diaz.
This is it. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, live globally on DAZN pay-per-view August 5th. An icon of the MMA game, ready for war against a global superstar. Set to bring the pain, to silence the haters, and leave one victorious. Like it or not, this is the most explosive fight of the year. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Ready for war. August 5th, live globally on DAZN pay-per-view. Sign up at DAZN.com.
And for our next fight on the night, it is a welterweight matchup, 4 rounds between Jose Aguayo and Noel Cavazos.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's first welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Noel Chingazos Cavazos.
Give her a big hug.
Andre Hicks is being held in Fresno jail so far, charged with trying to rob a
I
bank.
think she has a good time with all
And
those
if he looks just a
knuckleheads.
little familiar, there is good reason.
The local police, he's known as Andre Hicks.
Hicks is the hottest
A lot
rapper
of
in the
people don't see
world.
that advantage.
I'll work you and
Fans who heard about his arrest today were shocked. His arrest was not a shock
Y'all go have
to
fun.
Vallejo police who have been looking at Hicks and some of his associates in connection with a string of bank and pizza parlor robberies in the Vallejo area. Robberies attributed to the so-called Romper Room gang. In his latest album, produced by Romp Productions,
And now let's welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, Jose Aguayo. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 4 rounds scheduled in the welterweight division. It is being brought to you by Most Valuable Promotions and Real Fight Inc. in association with Holden Boxing, along with their great sponsors. Celsius Energy Drink, Live Fit, Essential Energy. Better Fantasy just got better. Play better picks, and you can win up to 100 times your money. And Fansly. Visit fansly.com/Paul Diaz for exclusive content from tonight's event. Our 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be Patrick Morley, David Sutherland, and Ellis Johnson. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Lawrence Cole. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with white and weighed in officially at 148.6 pounds. Hailing from Ventura, California, he brings a professional record consisting of 2 wins with just 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Noel Chingazos Cavazos. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with silver and weighed in at 149.4 pounds. Coming to us from San Ramon, California, he is a professional MMA fighter who now has a professional record of no wins with 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose Aguayo.
Went over the ropes early in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Understood? Touch them up. Best of luck.
Well, Darren, we have another MMA fighter gracing the ring once again. This is gonna be a common theme you're gonna see tonight. So I'll help you out on that end.
I'll be leaning on you. Leaning on you, Wade.
There we go. Well, listen, we are leaning and leading into this second matchup of the night. Jose Aguayo and Noel Cavazos. 4 rounds of action here in the welterweight division, and right away you see Cavazos heavy on his jab. Is that something as a weapon you want to use against guys that maybe are a little bit new to the sweet science of boxing?
Absolutely.
Introduce them to that jab.
Absolutely. The most important shot in boxing is the jab. Everything follows it, and not only does the rest of your work come from the jab, it's your timing, it's your distance. Everything follows that jab, like I was saying. He's doing the right thing. Good positive start on the front foot.
Tell you what, these boys are getting busy right away.
They are. Maybe see the first fight in the locker rooms, and they want to follow up. They don't want to be outdone by that opening fight. They want to impress.
Aguayo coming from that 209 Stockton's finest team, NDA. Those guys are always going to plant shots and look to stick in range and throw hammers.
The concerns I have for Aguayo right now is the lack of speed with the jab, if I'm honest. He just seems to pour it out a little bit, and we've already seen Cavazos, his right hand isn't too shabby, so if he can get the right hand, the timing over that jab of Aguayo could be a very effective weapon.
And Cavazos goes to the body there as well. And you're seeing, again, a go-to staple for a lot of the MMA guys so far is the jab and the big, heavy right hand over the top, right?
Yeah.
Continuous, almost repetitive motion with those.
Yeah. Though it lacks a little speed and pop with that jab, Aguayo, you can see there's some marking already to the left eye of
solid one there, yeah.
Is that the right hand that's doing that damage? Another short right hand again.
Beautiful jab there.
Yeah, that was better. A nice bit of pop, bit of speed behind that jab. Just needs to loosen up those shoulders, Aguayo. Just relax a little bit into the shot. So we see it a moment ago with that jab.
And you're going to see this all night, Darren, is this volume, this pressure, this pace. It's what that Nick Diaz army and Nate Diaz in the main event are known for. And this is why you know, to get into the main event a little bit, you do have to worry about, can Jake handle a little bit of that pressure? You're going to see it from Nate, but you're seeing it from all of his fighters on the card.
I'll just quickly touch on that main event. For me, the biggest asset that Nate brings into this fight is his pride. His pride. He's a proud man. He will come to fight, and it's going to be pressure that will win him this fight if he does beat Jake Paul this evening. But back to this, you can see it with Aguayo as well, letting his hands go. But Cavazos coming marching forward again, throwing a lead right hand with the left
uppercut.
Oh, good work
with the jab behind it there from Aguayo. Great shots, placement and precision there. Oh, but he catches the right hand for it right after. Back and forth we go at the end of round 1 here.
Time.
And there it is, round 1. Takeaways, Darren. What do you think?
I'm novice, if I'm honest. You know, in comparison to the first fight, there's a lot to learn. But I think as we see that round progress, we see a bit more speed, a bit more thought. Certainly from Aguayo, anyway.
Absolutely, that was controlled chaos, some might say.
It was exactly that.
Speaking of chaos, this week has been intense but chaotic, all for the main event. Still to come, the problem child Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Folks, make sure you get that pay-per-view.
Go, 1-2 body. Okay, he's standing tall. He's standing tall. You got him.
Darren, as we start round 2 here, like you said, Aguayo started to speed up a little bit and found rhythm not only in his jab, but then we saw the big uppercut as well. If you are Cavazos here, you got to get back on that jab, I assume. You got to make sure you get that MMA fighter to respect, again, the sweet science of this and not get lulled into a striking back and forth.
Yep, and we just see it there. There was 2 good jabs there, and Aguayo just kind of stepped back. There was a moment there for Cavazos to let the right hand over the top, but he didn't opt to. Good work to the body. And also, if he's in close, Cavazos, he has to let his hands go. He's got to be busy. Can't be out-hustled, can't be outworked by Aguayo, who looks, I must say, the more comfortable when they are in close quarters here.
I'll echo your point. I'm loving that body work there from Cavazos. Again, as he's in there with the guy that's a little inexperienced as a boxer, he's teaching him a little bit about those level changes, being able to slip punches, but like you said, follow up while he's inside, not just be there to be there. You don't want to hang out in there too long.
Cannot be predictable. You've got to keep your opponent thinking all the time, and that's what happens when you're changing the levels with the shots. The defense comes up, it comes down, and you can work away. Working the body well again there, Cavazos.
He's really gone to the well there, and he's finding a home for all of these hooks to the body. And just a second ago we saw, and you're seeing a little Muay Thai clinch here from Aguayo. The referee's letting it go a little bit, but he's getting a little collar tie and uppercut underneath there.
Oh, a little chopping right hand as well from Aguayo. Oh, and again, throws a nice left to the body of his own there, Aguayo.
Oh, nice check left hook as well on the entry there. And again, Aguayo mirroring the Nick Diaz army in the 209's finest. You're not going to see him get very tired here. And you're not going to see him turn down a firefight. So that's going to keep happening. If Cavazos can't find a way to get back on his jab and alleviate some of that pressure, it's going to keep happening. He's going to keep getting met with that, like you said, chopping right hand. And then these clinches are going to have devastating effect the more he walks himself into it without any technique.
Well, the first thing I'm seeing where they're both boxing novices, if you like, is the lack of defense. And you can see it. They're just getting caught far too often with shots that you shouldn't be.
And that's a nice, beautiful double hooks to the body there from Aguayo. And when you talk about the lower level of boxing, right, it's those in-betweens, right? It's the very small, minute details that you're not getting. You get the bigger, the broader things, the jabs, the right hands, the clinch work, the body work, but it's the entries and exits, the offense to defense transition, right?
Exactly. I mean, even the fraction, the difference in speed, the thought behind the work, like you say, just the setting of traps. There's no setting traps here. It's just, you know, who can land the biggest shot.
Just you throw and I'm going to throw. Exactly. And then you can throw and I will. Yep.
Joe just missing with a huge right hand there.
Last few seconds here, round 2. And like you said, Darren, there's a mouse under the left eye and now the right eye of Cavazos. Through 2. Derek Barker, I'll put you on the spot. How you see this?
I think it's around the piece there.
Yeah.
see some big, deep breaths from Cavazos there, going back to the corner. Is he feeling the pace, like you say? Aguayo, this is a breeze. This is a warm-up for him. He looks absolutely fine. He's just getting warmed up. Yeah,
ready to go.
So how can Cavazos, react to that? How can he respond to that?
Break his timing, Jose. Break his timing. Break his timing.
And like we said, a very interesting dichotomy between the two corners there, where it looks like Aguayo can maybe go for 6, maybe 10, maybe a whole night.
Oh,
that's a nice shot there.
Oh, 1-2 straight down the pipe from Aguayo. And yeah, look, I mean, the body language in the corner there from Cavazos. I mean, he's feeling this pace, though he started this third round with lots of energy, but breathing heavy. The mouth was wide open in the corner.
It's a nice right hand to the body there from Cavazos. But again, Aguayo, short uppercut. Beautiful stuff.
That
there.
was a lovely shot. It really, really was. Picked that really well. Didn't show the shot there. Just short, just arm. Exactly, went with the shot.
And he's found a home for that uppercut multiple times because of the level change of Cavazos coming forward, looking to get under that jab. And when he gets inside, maybe not being as active as he needs to. And then here comes the uppercut under.
And then I want to see the left hook afterwards.
Yes.
Chin's up. He's done the hard work again. Throw the left hook.
But like you said, there is a more purposeful Cavazos here in round 3. Looking to come forward and push this pace.
And to be honest, I didn't expect this. When I see him in the corner, he looked like he was breathing really heavy. I have to respect this from Cavazos.
But like you said as well, it's turned into you throw, I throw.
Yep.
Not many setups, but this has become a dogfight.
It has.
And that usually favors the man that has had a lot more dogfights.
And the pressure out of the two. And
yeah.
Oh, there's a left uppercut this time. Oh, the 1-2.
And fair play to Cavazos. He's eating some of these shots, but they are going to add up the more he eats of these. And Aguayo's having another great round 3 here. And it's almost like Cavazos wants to sacrifice a bit of getting to range and maybe even taking some of those shots to work the body and really put some time and effort into that body work. But like you said, you'd like to see him capitalize by then finding a way to go upstairs with those shots.
Yeah, working the body well, but then you drop in the hands of your opponent. That's when you work back upstairs, but it's just that lack of thought at the minute. And you don't want to be too tough. They're novices, but I think as time goes on, you'll start to learn this. Good work. Jab upstairs, right to the body, left hook upstairs. Good work from Aguayo.
And I'll tell you what, for a guy that's being called the MMA guy here, and coming into his boxing own, and right in front of us with another 1-2.
He's turning this round. He is. I mean, he started well, Cavazos, but he's ending this round really well. Aguayo.
Slapping right hand there as he break and gives a smile to Cavazos, and again another one. Cavazos has really been hit with some big shots here. Last 18 seconds, and it looks like Aguayo's just getting started. A little bit of tail behind that right hand, and he knew it too.
Just a bit. But it's been that left hook. It's been the shot for Aguayo in this round.
Ooh, another right hand to punctuate the round in number 3.
There's a cut to the left eye.
Oh, you're right. There's a cut above the left eye of Aguayo here. First red we're seeing on the night there, Barker. Welcome to the fights, folks.
Yeah. Welcome to the... Well, I was about to say welcome to the fight game. He knows about fighting, but the boxing game, rather.
Heading into this 4th round, you have to think we need to see more of what we saw from Cavazos in round 3. Heavy pressure, high pace, and like you maybe said in the first fight with Hamilton, throw the kitchen sink here.
Yeah, exactly that, and he needs to sustain it. He let Aguayo off the hook there, and he let Aguayo back into that 3rd round. He needs to be consistent with that pressure.
Okay.
Here we go, round 4. Big round for both fighters here, especially Cavazos. I think he's really going to have to put something in the mind of the judges and really come away with a big, big round.
He's come out with real purpose there, Aguayo really has. The fresher out the two, no doubt. Really come on the front foot. Nice 1-2. Good work. Very accurate. He picked the shots there. He didn't load up with the shots.
Oh, another uppercut lands. Beautiful shot again in close there from Aguayo. I'll tell you something. Oh, another left hook as well. That's the one you asked for, Darren. He's listening to you.
He is. I mean, he can't miss at the minute, Aguayo.
And we're seeing a big difference here. He's sitting down on these shots now. Now those shots that are landing a little easier, he's starting to put some weight behind them.
And when you fatigue a little bit, the shots, funny enough, they kind of come out a little bit better, a bit more accurate because you're not loading up with the shot. We're seeing that with Aguayo now. He needs to tighten up, Cavazos. Oh, the right hand.
And here comes Aguayo forward again. He may have a hurt fighter in front of him. Jab, right hand again. Combination left hook.
The left hook.
My goodness. He's putting it all together here in round 4. And like I said, fair play to Cavazos. He is taking some shots here, and he's still in this fight.
On the front foot as well, trying to force the pace. He needs to tighten up that defense, though. I know he's game. He wants to win this fight, but he's leaving lots of openings again. You're seeing that right hand finding a home once more.
And both men trade the jabs. Aguayo stalking forward, another big-time heavy jab. And the problem is, Cavazos is trying to get to range, while also Aguayo is landing some big, heavy jabs, meeting force with force.
Yep.
It is just double impact there. And a right hand as well, over the top.
This is a good finish to this final round by Aguayo, really feeling the pace once more. Cavazos trying to stand inside, trying to clinch a little.
And that was some nice gamesmanship there. That was a little bit of setting the traps.
Yeah.
Cavazos, and he again goes to the body with the lead hook, does Aguayo.
He's enjoying this, Aguayo.
Absolutely. He's starting to show the fans appreciation for being here, opening the card up. Last 40 seconds, and he's styling. Oh, the right hand just clips the nose, could have clipped the chin, and that might have been good night right there.
Just missing that right hand. I've no doubt Aguayo will be upset this is not a 6-rounder.
Oh, yeah.
He would have loved this to be going a further 2 rounds.
Absolutely. Last few seconds here in round number 4, and I've seen this throughout the 4th round. The setting of traps we talked about. Aguayo looking to walk Cavazos onto an uppercut here, a big shot of the right hand. Nice jab. There it is. What a fight. Our second one of the night between Jose Aguayo and Noel Cavazos.
Oh, Wade, look, I'm applauding there. And it's not for the technical stuff. It's because what they've just left in the ring there. Look, Cavazos, he was second best there, I feel. He had moments, don't get me wrong, but the last part of that fight, he seemed like he was fading, but the engine, the energy, he was trying to find it from somewhere. And Joe, what that is, that's the will to win. He wanted to win this fight. And look, I applaud that. You're going to see better fights, don't get me wrong, down this card. But as far as desire and again, that will to win, I applaud both.
At the end of the day, Darren Barker, we come here to watch fights. And that's what we got in this. It wasn't, like you said, the most technical thing we've ever seen. And some of the fights throughout this card are going to be dog fights, wars. That's what we came to see. High action, high intensity, energy, and 2 guys wanting to put it all on the line to win fights.
Look,
you can't ask for much more.
Exactly. Not everybody's going to win a world title. No. But I respect every single person that steps in a ring, whether it's a cage, a boxing ring. It takes guts, it takes heart, it takes courage. And we've seen that from both men this evening.
Absolutely. And we're going to get to our decision here, Darren. What would be your message to both guys after this fight? Let's start with Cavazos. What would you say to him?
Well, I mean, look, you got to improve on your footwork, your defense. His will and that desire to let his hands go was impressive, but he was leaving far too many openings. And for Aguayo, I think there's a lot to work with there. I think when he gets behind the jab and he's thinking about what he's doing, He's very, very good. Needs to start a bit quicker, but again, applaud both guys.
Well, let's take it to Thomas Schreiber with our official decision.
You land one shot and you got to step back and mar it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Ellis Johnson scores it 38-38, even a draw. And both judges, Patrick Morley and David Sutherland, are in agreement. They both score it the same, 39-37. Both in favor of your winner by majority decision, Jose Aguayo.
There it is, Jose Aguayo, and you saw him throw some elbows there at the end. A little bit out of MMA background coming into play. So you know what? I put the gloves on too long. Let me throw some elbows. But majority decision winner here, I think the right one.
Yeah, absolutely. The second half of the fight, certainly for Aguayo, was what won him that passion, that will. A little bit more forward when he relaxed under his shots. He was a far better fighter, and yeah, like I say, I applaud both. That was a good contest.
I agree. And like I said, I'm keeping tabs. That's 2-0 to Team Diaz on the night. This
will filter back to the dressing room. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. But a massive win here for Jose Aguayo and Darren Barker. This is not the end of the big fights on the night. And a reminder to you all at home that our pay-per-view broadcast starts at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Scan this QR code and head over to DAZN. Plenty of other content on the platform, including Nothing Bigger, the story behind Jake Paul and Nate Diaz.
I feel like I was built for this. I'm here to get done what I gotta get done.
I've knocked out every single person that I've fought.
I've been in the most high-profile fights.
How could you not respect the Diaz brothers' resume in the fight game?
Jake Paul is making a lot of noise.
And Nate Diaz, I know you don't want that
I'm filled with vengeance, anger. I'm gonna knock this guy the fuck out. We're gonna see August 5th.
Two in the bank, Darren, but our third one is right behind it. We have a super middleweight matchup between Kalisto Madeira and Kevin Newman II.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's first welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, Kalisto Kilo the Kid Madeira. And now let's welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Kevin the Second Coming Newman. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 8 rounds scheduled in the super middleweight division. It is being brought to you by Most Valuable Promotions and Real Fight Inc. in association with Holden Boxing, along with their great sponsors. Celsius Energy Drink, Live Fit, Essential Energy. Better, Fantasy just got better. Play better picks, and you can win up to 100 times your money. And Fansly. Visit fansly.com/Paul Diaz for exclusive content from tonight's event. Our 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be David Sutherland, David Yakabuchi, and Chris Migliori. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Ruben Perez. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he is representing Real Fight Inc. and comes to the ring wearing black and silver. He weighed in officially at 164.9 pounds. Coming to us from Stockton, California, he has a professional record consisting of 14 wins, 3 defeats, with 9 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kilisto Kilo the Kid Madeira. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he is representing Most Valuable Promotions and comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in at 161.8 pounds. Hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, he brings a professional record consisting of 14 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw, with 9 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Kevin, the Second Coming Newman.
Okay, gentlemen, I give you instructions. Fight a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my instructions at all times. Gentlemen, let's do work.
8 rounds in our third bout of the evening. Super middleweights going at it here, Darren Barker. This one's going to be a good one.
This will be fun, I've no doubt. Stylistically, I think this is going to gel. Madeira, I mean, he's tough, he's aggressive, he's always looking to let big bombs go. And Newman, he's got a nice, relaxed style. And I see an interview with Badou Jack saying he can punch. I've sparred with him, he can punch, but sometimes doesn't get himself in the correct position. And is that something that the great Roy Jones in the corner of Newman has been working on? We will find out.
And like you said, Roy Jones Jr. in the corner of Kevin Newman II. Been with him for a while now, and you see the influence in his style.
Yeah, like I say, nice and relaxed. You can see he's smooth, he's nimble.
Look at that jab, comes out very fast.
But on the flip side, you see Madeira there straight away trying to look for the right hand over the top. He's always looking to let bombs go. No feeling out process when it comes to fights for Madeira.
And again, you're talking about a guy directly from the lineage of Nick and Nate Diaz. So plant the feet in the middle, and let's see who's more man. That's about how it's going to go here.
With back in the army, the UK army, they do something called milling, where you just get in the ring and you let your hands go for a minute non-stop. And yeah, similar.
He would fit right in.
Exactly.
He would fit right in.
Exactly that. You can see again the pressure. That will, that grip from Madeira. Needs to be careful though. You see that the footwork from Newman, he slides out of range.
He's getting walked on.
Yeah, exactly that. He falls over the front foot. Madeira's got to be careful. He does open that guard up a bit. He can be caught, so he needs to bring those feet in. That's better there, bringing that front foot forward as he throws the jab simultaneously.
You're seeing Newman be very, very patient here this first round, and then a big shot there to the body.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing as well. He doesn't want to get backed up too often against Madeira. You want to be the boss. You want to be in control. Seeing that nimble footwork, he slides out range really quickly. Well, you can do that better from the center of the ring.
resets the action there. And I've seen Kevin do this. A lot of his fights start the first round, very patient, and then just like a gunshot, a firework, just snaps. And we've seen him put guys down early in multiple fights. KO stoppages in rounds 1 through 3 in a good amount of his career. So you're going to see a guy very quick, very fast, but also patient, and right now delivering jabs upstairs and down.
That's going to be key for Newman in this fight, is that jab. That will set up the right hand. The good variation with the jab as well. It's not just to the head, he's piercing that shot to the body.
And right now, you're seeing the game being played, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah,
you're seeing both guys trying to figure out that equation.
And straight away, I can see the difference in hand speed, which could be the difference in this fight. Newman, the quicker, without a shadow of a doubt, out of the two here.
Beautiful jab. You already see the mouse under the eye, yep. Right under that left eye of Madeira already from Kevin Newman, just popping the jab out. Nice left hook and then the turn with it.
Very good. Nice little left hook inside.
Short right hand as well there. Last few seconds of the round and a blitz forward there from Madeira. And there's the end of the round. A boxing display in the first round from Kevin Newman.
Very, very confident display from Newman in that opening round.
And as we've got some intense action here, folks, we have even more action on our main card of the evening. And of course, we're all here for Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Buy that pay-per-view, and you're going to get even more with it. That main event is underway shortly, so get that pay-per-view. I'll tell you what, Darren, it's an honor and a treat to hear the great Roy Jones Jr. coaching in his corner there. What'd you take away from what he was saying there to Kevin?
Well, he's happy with his charge. He just wants to see him move his feet a little bit after he's thrown the jab, step out, then throw the right hand, or once you've thrown the jab, step to your left, and that opens another angle for the right hand. But good positive start to this second round again from Newman behind that jab. Sharp, so quick.
And you're almost seeing Madeira almost like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Just forward heavy. Again, last round, he pushes Kevin Newman right in front of us into the ropes, and it's just almost a push forward versus a boxing to get to range to land shots, right? Jab to range. He's just running to range.
And he's too tense with the shots, Wade. He's really clenching them fists, he's loading up, and that's filtering right through the arms to the shoulders, and he's telegraphing the shots, and Newman, with that speed, is finding this far too easy at the minute.
And it's the complete opposite right now for Kevin Newman. He is relaxed, composed.
Exactly.
This and like you said, the shots are coming out more snappy, more fluid. It's effortless for him to be able to land some big shots, whereas Madeira's trying to force that action.
And if he finds the range like he does just there with the right hand movement, that's going to cause the eye, that damage to the left eye of Madeira. That's going to worsen. So I expect to see more right hands follow that jab in this round.
It's a great right hand to the body there from Kevin Newman once again. And it's almost like he's looking to just pick and poke and just dismantle every attack from Madeira right now as he comes forward. As soon as you miss, boom, hold that one. You miss another one, boom, boom, hold that.
And that's the beauty of when you've got that difference in hand speed. You can be the superior counterpuncher in a contest, and we're seeing that from Newman.
The impressive part here also for Kevin Newman is he's doing it. Look at that. That's beautiful head movement there. He's doing it on the front foot, an offensive counter fighter. Something that you would see Floyd do a little bit back in the Pretty Boy days.
It's, for me, it's the perfect way to be a counterpuncher. It's all well and good being on the back foot, but you want space behind you. So when your opponent does mount an attack, you just move your feet. We've seen that already. The pattern has played out in this contest. Oh, I just missed him with that left.
To set it up.
Yep.
And that's what you talked about earlier. He's starting to set traps now. Now he's made reads. Now he's seen what he wants to see. And now the traps are being laid to walk onto.
Yeah, and there's that grit. There's that bit of spite we're seeing in the work from Newman. Looking aggressive. He wants to finish this show. Don't get me wrong. He wants to stop Madeira, no doubt. Madeira needs to try and get that jab out to the body. And then, both exchanging right
hands there for both guys. And again, you're seeing, if that becomes what this fight is, that favors Madeira. He wants that. Fight down on the mouthpiece and trade with me, please. Kevin got to stay as a boxing technical fighter here.
Yeah, Roy will be telling him in the corner, don't get involved. No need, not at this stage in this contest.
2 rounds in the books. Obviously, as we've seen it, Kevin Newman having a great fight. I'm going to let Coach Roy speak to his fighter here, and we're going to come back and talk about what his opponent needs to do.
Se pelea con fintas, se pelea con fintas, te vas entrenando para que tengas la distancia, tira los golpes muy lejos, se los estás avisando, fintealo, vete arrimando para que ¿estás seguro para esto? No lo dejes ir así nomás tan fácil. Agua, ¿dónde está el agua? Dame el agua. No está pasando nada, Kiro. Tú lo puedes hacer. Tienes que
Well, Darren, can you read body language there?
Yeah, but no, I think he was asking for more feints, Roy, to try and trigger Madeira to throw the shot and to land those counters, and I think he wanted to see some more uppercuts come in after that right hand from Newman, just to see if he reacts to that advice from the great Roy Jones.
If you are Madeira here, you can't let frustration from those first couple of rounds play into the rest of the fight, right? Because that's a slippery slope, as you know. Just frustrating and, like you said, tensing more and looking and forcing shots more versus letting that fight come to you. In boxing, and you're seeing a little bit more of the MMA influence there. That's that frustration coming out, though, right? I can't hit him, so let me just grab him and hit him, right?
Look, this is an 8-rounder, like you say, Wade. There's plenty of time, but he's got to be patient in the sense that, look, the feet might slow down from Newman if I keep increasing that pressure. Needs to get close. He can't win this fight at range, Madeira. He needs to try and get close and outwork, out-volume Newman. But he's struggling because every time he brings his feet in, it's just that superior hand speed and foot speed from Newman has been the difference.
Doubles up the feint there with the jab behind it.
Yeah.
And that's a mark of a fighter that is not only experienced, but uber talented to be able to implement that into the game, not show it in the first couple of rounds and then start to double feint the jab, then start to open up little tricks in the bag that they're sitting in there, but you don't want to show too early like that. Beautiful lead hand shot there from Kevin Newman.
And an aura of confidence. He calls himself the second coming. Has teaming up with Roy Jones in the past. Has it brought that extra bit out of him? Does he feel a more composed, complete fighter? We're seeing, I feel, a very good performance, certainly early in this fight. That swelling's not getting any better from Madeira. The jab, the speed, the shot. Oh, just miss him with that right hand.
You're starting to see Kevin Newman walk down the aggressive fighter in the first part of the rounds here, but it's all Kevin Newman on the front foot now.
And you can see Madeira's a little bit hesitant to let his shots go because he keeps getting countered. So you get to a stage, you're not too sure what to do because of the fear of getting caught with the right hand over the top or the constant jabs that are coming out after you've thrown a shot. So, and you're seeing it again there. Good, intelligent, confidence work from Newman.
Baiting out the shots as well. So yeah, go ahead and throw that. I'm waiting and I'm countering behind it.
That's why Roy Jones was asking for that feint to try and draw out the lead.
Like you talked about, Darren, that left eye is quickly starting to close. And he continues to eat shots on a double jab right hand there as well. It's going to be a factor later in this fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Another big-time jab there from Newman. Right hand
that's the
behind
right.
it. Beautiful shot there. Last few seconds. Newman coming forward. Check left hook as well. Almost everything Kevin Newman throws right now has a home there.
Big round that for Newman. Not just the boxing, the body language as well. You're seeing a really superior, confident fighter in Newman, and on the flip side, a bit of a jaded, unsure Madeira. So they need to get in his ear in Madeira and try and get some confidence, get some advice into him and see if he can respond to that.
If he can respond, then folks, you at home can respond to this call to buy that pay-per-view, because there is still time, folks. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz in the main event. Scan that QR code on the top left and make sure you get that pay-per-view.
I'm still so intrigued, Wade, about this main event.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be one of the fights of the year, in my opinion, not only because of the pageantry around it, the chaos we had in the fight week lead up, but also styles make fights. You know this better than anyone, Darren. And Nate Diaz is a style Jake Paul has never seen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, it's going to be one to watch. But this one is turning out to be one of those performances for Kevin Newman to watch, and one that he'll remember. Through 3 rounds, it's been almost all Kevin Newman II.
Yeah, just pouring out that left hand there again, trying to draw out the lead from Madeira, who does take the bait, but manages to avoid the counter shot that came back from Newman. And again, that beautiful, stiff, sharp jab from Newman has been very eye-catching.
And while Kevin Newman misses that shot, Darren, you're playing percentages, because if Madeira continues to make that decision, continues to come into range a little recklessly, it's a matter of time before it does land.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of time before multiple land, and that hurts, and then the slippery slope happens. You have to change things up if you're Madeira. What is that? What does he have to change here?
I think it's nullifying the work, the threat that's coming his way, and I think you're seeing at range there is only one. Oh, the right hand there, beautiful shot. Again, that's going to make that eye a lot worse, and you do not want to be not able to see those right hands. You can see it's starting to close slightly, that eye. And that is worrying signs for Madeira.
And we're seeing Kevin Newman start to really sit down on shots this round, whereas he was picking and poking maybe early. The right hand's coming out with some venom here. And that's patented Roy Jones right there, if I've ever seen it. That looked like, let's throw it back a little bit, the time when Roy Jones was dominant in this sport. That was beautiful stuff. But you're seeing the influence not only offensively but defensively. Great head movement off the jab there from Kevin Newman.
Just enjoying himself. There's very few moments as you progress in your career that you actually get to enjoy fights, because of that the opposition gets better. So you're in there with guys that can fight, and it becomes very difficult to, like I say, enjoy fights. But in this, I'm sensing Newman's really getting in a good flow. He's enjoying this fight. He's enjoying the fluidity that he's able to inject into this fight, though under a bit of pressure from Madeira, but defensively sound on the ropes.
And that's got to be frustrating, right? You get him on the ropes, you have him what you think is dead to rights, and you just can't land that clean shot if you're Madeira.
Yeah, that's super frustrating, it really is. Oh, left hook, he took it.
Big swing and a miss there from Kevin Newman, almost throws him off balance. Last few seconds of round 4. And if you are Madeira, you have to fight. Oh! Right hand up. Well, Kevin Newman lets off 2 of his most deadly attacks in this fight so far. Big time right hand and the uppercut right behind it.
Yeah, legs in to buckle there. Certainly from Madeira. That right hand was a lovely shot. Full rotation in the shot, chopping down with it. And he needs to keep that left hand up, because that eye is going to close very soon. Again, another right hand.
I'm telling you, those legs are not as fresh. It still looks like Madeira's a little wobbly as we end round 4 there. This could be a spelling for things coming here in round 5.
Big smile as he walks back to the corner. Roy Jones, a little wink and a smile at us in commentary. They're enjoying themselves.
This is fun. This is time to have fun. But you gotta keep making it fun. You sit that shit good, but sometimes that shit come get it. Sit that shit there. ¿Dónde está toda la energía y todo el coraje que traías? ¿Dónde está todo el coraje y todo lo que traías? Se te acabó. Aquí es donde debes de hacerlo, Pilo. Inteligente. Ese coraje con inteligencia, moviéndose y chapeando. El 1-2 tan simple que es, Pilo.
Round by round, Darren, we've seen a progression in damage taken from Madeira, and as Roy Jones referred to in the corner there, Kevin Newman having fun. This round 5 might be the beginning of the end if things keep going the way they have.
Exactly that, and if he can turn the screw, Newman, just a little bit more work, how will Madeira react to that lovely jab?
And it's the combination of variety in his jabs too. You're seeing him mix up the short jab with the up jab, down to the body, then changing levels with it. It's almost like a barrage of attacks that Madeira's having to deal with, while also being frustrated by this right here. Not being able to land, even though in the clinch, it's just, he wants to force that action.
I mean, that's smart boxing in itself from Newman there. Being able to sort of smother the work of your opponent. Like you say there, Madeira wants to work there. Newman's not allowing him to, and it's so frustrating.
Here's Newman on the front foot once again. Pawing out that jab.
We all know what he's looking for here, Wade. He's looking for that right hand. You see there, just missing with the shot there. That was good work on the feet by Madeira, but again, he's in his shell here. He doesn't really know what to do. This is what I'm asking for. Will he turn the screw? Will he let his hands go? He's got Madeira backed into the corner. Oh, again, that right hand.
Beautiful three-punch combination. Follows it with a right hand, left hook. And another short right hand. Everything for Kevin Newman landing right now, folks. Doubles up the jab once again. And just slides under punches.
Yeah, they make him tough in Stockton, that's for sure.
I'm telling you. I don't know what they got in the water up there, but my goodness. Give me a couple sips of that. Good grief. And like you said, Madeira's still trying here. He's still trying to figure that puzzle out, but it's so much variety on offense and defense from Newman. He's able to be at range where he can touch Madeira. Madeira can't hit him back.
Yeah, it's like
simplest form of boxing.
It's Newman's fight. He has the up in every department, slipping in the inside there and landing a nice left to the body.
And it's that variety that's making the difference. You're seeing him slip inside of the jab, outside of the jab. You're seeing him roll with shots, then come back with things. Everything like that right there.
He took a right hand though. Madeira landed a good short right hand inside. He took it well though, Newman.
Elbow frame there. And you see Madeira continue to try to take the back. I'm telling you, the MMA influence, it's hard to get out of your system. Every time there's a clinch, he wants to take the back.
Let's hope we don't see a body slam, Wade.
No. I have to jump in there. Dan Hardy's to our left. He's about to start on commentary. Nice right hand there, but we'll have him get in there if we need anything like that. Oh. Big left hook there from Newman. The last few seconds, sneaks the uppercut, man.
Hey, Chris.
And folks, like I've said, high-level action in this fight, but even more coming tonight in our main event. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Down the main card, we have H2O Sil, we have Shadeja Green, we have Amanda Serrano. Don't miss any of it. Make sure you buy that pay-per-view. Scan the QR code in the top left of your screen, and do not miss Ready for War. Jake Paul and Nate Diaz.
Trabajó muy bien cuando empezaste con los rectos y le tiraste el hook. Tienes que empezar con hook. Tira 2-3 y luego cámbiale 1-2-3 y cámbiale al cuerpo. Tienes que trabajar más, ser más inteligente. Come on, Pino, tú puedes. Tú puedes. Tú puedes.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
Darren, you talked about the work there from Madeira in the last round. Like him finding some openings. He found a right hand toward the end of the round there. Is there some confidence that he gains from finally making even just a small breakthrough there?
Yeah, I think he can take a little bit from that last round, but I have to be honest, he's kind of living in a land of hope at the minute. He's going to kind of hope that Newman may fade or hope that Newman may get a bit complacent because he's winning quite comfortably at the minute, and you don't want to be in that position. You've got to grab the fight by the horns and make things happen yourself. And credit to him, like we say, Stockton boys is as tough as they come, but just lacking in every department against Newman. The lack of hand speed, the lack of power.
And you're seeing again Kevin Newman on that front foot, just waiting, baiting out shots. Yeah, throw the jab, throw it, because he knows he wants to throw it. And he's talking to him about it right now too, as he walks him around the ring here.
Yeah, and that just puts Madeira in his shoulder. Oh, I mean, that was a good right hand. He took the sting out of the shot, Madeira. He just swayed back. But again, another right hand, and I must say, just missing with that right hand. I have to say credit to the corner of Madeira. They've stopped that swelling. I thought that was really going to start closing, but...
Great job to the Madeira corner, but Kevin Newman again looking to just put something right back on that left eye, make it re-swell. And he's done a good job of that with the jab continuously.
Yeah, constant.
Oh. And again, we talk about it because Madeira's trying to find his way in, and he quite frankly has to at this point. That jab is just hitting with double the power it would have. Look at these combinations here. Look here. As Kevin Newman lands a big one, but Madeira, nice left hook off the back.
No punch, no punch, no punch.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy instructions, but almost you've got to try and trade with Newman.
At this point.
That's your only shot.
Yeah. Goad him into a war here and hope to land in the in-between. Like you said, fighting with hope here is Madeira. Oh, level change right hand there from Kevin Newman. And again, you're starting to see the results of all of that work early on from Newman start to pay in now.
Yeah, the jabs, the right hand. And it's just been the speed. It's been the know-how. It's been the accuracy as well. He's not missed with much. Oh.
That right hand has found a home time and time again off that level change, off just the, not even the jab, but just the feint, the movement forward, the breaking of timing.
He's followed up. He's leaded with the left hook really well, Newman. Then he's followed. You get full rotation in the shot when you throw the right hand after the left hook. Yeah, it's worked really, really well for him.
Can Madeira lands something of significance here at the end of round 6?
I mean, look, if you're Madeira, you got to do that.
You
got to let your hands go.
You need to put that referee. You need to make that referee separate you every single time, shove you away with the power of Zeus to get that to stop. It has to be, because at this point you're probably down 5 to 6 rounds, and like you said, you're fighting with hope. He's got to find something, dig something out of the fire, because as of right now, it's Kevin Newman's fight.
Absolutely.
Inteligente, porque si no, ya perdimos, tío. So, todavía tienes un round para decidir lo que tú quieres. Trabaja, suéltate, sube las manos, pintea, cámbiale golpes, tienes que trabajar más. Estás haciendo el 7, ok, tenemos 2 rounds, tío, todavía hay chance. Tenemos que cambiar esto.
Sit back.
Round number 7, and in the corner of Madeira, you hear them. It's a frantic corner. It's we have to do something, right? Looking at what round it is, give it everything you got in these last 2, and like you said, empty the tank, make this a war. He comes out very aggressive here, round 7, looking to do just that. Nice shots to the body.
This is good work from Madeira. He's closing that gap. He's letting the shots go. Don't get me wrong, Newman's stopping some of these with the arms, but they do damage.
And Newman back on the front foot once again. Nice 3-punch combo there from Kevin Newman.
Yeah, good response.
Oh! Both gentlemen trade left hooks there. Looked like Newman probably got the better of the 2.
Yeah, good response. Sort of weathered that early storm the first 30 seconds or so, and he's back on the front foot, Newman.
And you have to wonder, was that one of the last-ditch efforts there from Madeira to really throw some big-time combinations and maybe have something open up, because now he's on the back foot, and Madeira is not going to win this fight on the back foot.
Absolutely cannot win this fight on the back foot. The only chance he has on the back foot, again, is hoping he can land a right hand and trade with Newman, but it's the speed and the accuracy I favor.
That's the second time he's been warned about that, so referee's gonna take a...
No, you're telling me, come here. 1 point.
Yeah, I figured.
1 point.
He'd been warned a couple of times about it.
You understand me? When I say stop, you stop. You understand me? When I say stop, you stop. Stay over there. Get over there.
Yeah, it's a fight, but he's got to fight legally.
Yeah, and that's not going to help his cause on the scorecards, but quite frankly, I don't know if he cares too much. But he is going to have to fight the rest of this fight with that knowledge now of the referee being kind of on his tail here. And both guys are talking, and now you're starting to see that frustration ooze out of Madeira a bit.
He's got to close up that guard, Madeira. It's just a little wide. Good work,
nice there. Beautiful left hook and the uppercut behind it. He needs more of that, though. He needs more.
You need more. Again, I know, look, we're late in this fight, but just look at the lead hand of Madeira. It's just a little low, and with the range and the speed that Newman has found with that right hand, he's got to make sure he, again, let's see, it's that lead hand.
Straight through the guard goes that right hand from Newman. Leaping left hook, just glances off the forehead there from Madeira.
Step back. No point, no point. Good stop, good stop.
We talk about, you know, Madeira's lead hand being super low. Nice body shot there again.
That was good work, Wade there. He doubled up with the left hook, tapped upstairs, dropped down to the body, right hand to the body there, straight. That was a good shot, a good left hook. Back from Madeira.
I love the trade there at the end of the round. They're giving these fans here at American Airlines Center exactly what they paid to see through 7 rounds. We have one more round in this matchup, but folks, we have so many more down the card. Darren Barker, if you didn't hear me the first 7 times, I'm saying it for number 8. Let's go! Folks, buy that pay-per-view. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz in the main event. Click that QR code, scan it up in the top left corner, and don't miss out on a full night of action coming up. Our main card right around the corner.
Last round, take him up, take him up, take him up, take him up, let's go.
8th and final round here, and like we've said, Kevin Newman fully in control here, but Madeira's finding some openings here late in the fight.
Yeah, that's down to, I guess, Newman as well, holding his feet and trying to close this show in style.
Nice left hook there.
Yep. Just going into that Philly show a little. Newman, and he's found the right hand, Madeira.
But this is all or nothing here. Madeira's not winning a decision, I think we can safely say, so there has to be full go. Oh, beautiful shots from both guys there. Uppercut, left hook from Newman, and I think that might have stunned Madeira. Oh, headbutt. On the clinch there, a massive, massive headbutt.
Ooh. I'm not sure that was intentional.
I don't think it was.
Grab hold, but he led with his head. This is good work from Newman.
I'm telling you right now, Madeira's legs are feeling those shots. He's looking to find his way around the outside of the ring, but you can see a little bit of the stumble in the feet here. And we talked about it. It was the work that Kevin Newman put in the early part of this fight, and it's finally paying off. And you're seeing those shots land with more impact. Every one more than the last.
Yeah, it's been progressive. It's been good. It's been calculated. It's been constant as well. Yeah, and he's feeling the pace, Madeira. Huge credit to him again for trying. Oh, that right uppercut. He took that one well, Madeira.
It's a big-time shot, but here comes Madeira on offense as well. Trying to throw some shots here in the clinch. Newman doing a good job of tying him up. But that was a beautiful uppercut off the back foot.
Fantastic. Well timed, well placed.
Over halfway through our final round here. Can Madeira find a way? Kalisto Madeira, with every round in the book being harder than the last, can he find a way to pull this out of the fire? Or will it be Kevin Newman styling and profiling his way to a victory here?
You know what? I respect this from Newman as well. Look, he doesn't need to try and close this show in style, but you can see he's still trying to land that big right hand. He still wants to get the finish. Nice slip on the outside. This is good work.
Combinations from Kevin Newman. Coming forward.
Left hook.
Big left hook, Newman. Goes downstairs with it as well. He is hunting right now, Darren.
Oh, that right uppercut. This is great stuff at the end of this 8th and final round from Newman.
Right hand behind it, and he's walking forward. Madeira laying on the ropes here, trying to gather himself forward. Last 23 seconds, and like you said, Kevin Newman doesn't have to fight like this.
Doesn't.
But I guarantee you he will in these last few seconds.
Oh, left hooks again. Fantastic stuff.
Oh! Both gentlemen finding a way to finish this fight with everything they have. And there it is, folks. 8 rounds in the books, and Madeira still wanted some.
Well, look, like I did in the previous fight, I'm applauding these guys because look, I was impressed so much by Newman there. His offense was fantastic. The way he let his shots go, the speed, the thought behind his work, that right hand was fantastic. But Madeira, he tried, he kept going at the end there. I mean, that was fantastic stuff from the Newman with a minute to go. And you felt, is there anything left from Madeira? But he's still there, still trying to let his hands go. He can be extremely proud of himself. He's done Stockton proud, but Newman, for me, Roy Jones's charge, can be very proud of himself. He boxed very, very well there. That was a confident display from the man.
Absolutely. And you'd have no other thoughts about someone from Stockton, California that wanted to take up fighting, that they were going to go out on their shield no matter what. And that was Madeira here, even turning to the corner afterward and having some words saying, you know, I'm maybe not done yet. Let's go 10, let's go 12. So you have to love the fighter's mentality there. But like you said, a clean, precise, almost vengeful, powerful performance there from Kevin Newman. A statement to make, and he damn near made it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can really build from that. That was a very good performance, like I say, against a tough, solid opponent.
You say build from there. Where does a guy like Kevin Newman go right now? Because a very great, a highlight start to his career. Had some ups and downs since, but a prospect nonetheless. And again, MVP signs these young fighters looking to make their names, but Kevin Newman has a name. He's 31 years old now, looking to probably go in at the win of this fight. Where does he go next?
Well, you want to be really, really pushing for those guys in the division. I mean, not the 1 and 2 in the division in the States and in the world, but, you know, certainly around 5, 6 in the division in the US, and really start making a case for yourself and showing, look, I'm a born-again fighter, if you like. I'm in full flow, I'm in full confidence right now, really listening to the advice of the great Roy Jones. And now, look, don't worry about the 3 defeats that I've had on my record. Look at what I'm doing now. And yeah, you can really build from this, I'm sure, no doubt.
I really do enjoy this new era of boxing where a loss isn't a career ender. This is something that I've said for years now. I can't stand the boxing red tape that happens. One loss and there you go. Let's write him off into the sun. I don't agree with that at all, and I think Kevin Newman and fighters like him can be the catalyst for not only revitalizing, but coming in and showing high levels. Losses are going to happen when you take risks. This 100%. Is what we want to see. The big fights are there.
100%. We're hearing the comparison all the time between boxing and UFC or MMA, and one of the things that MMA has is that loss doesn't mean anything.
Well, let's go to Thomas Triber with
Ladies
our
and
official
gentlemen,
decision.
after 8 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge David Iacobucci scores it 80-71, and both judges David Sutherland and Chris Migliori are in agreement. They score it the same, 79-72, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Kevin, the second coming, Newman.
He calls himself the second coming, Darren, and I think that might just be the second birth of a great career moving forward for Kevin Newman.
No doubt about it. I mean, if there's ever a performance to work from, a build from, it's that one. It was punch perfect, boxed really, really well on the front foot, on the back foot, showed us a bit of everything, and I'm impressed.
Well, folks, we are about to head into our main card on the evening, and like I've said, I'll say it again, you guys can buy that pay-per-view right now. Scan the QR code in the top left of your screen to see all of our amazing fights on the main card, including our main event, Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, ready for war. We will see you guys on the other side, but for now, we're going to throw it back upstairs to Ak and Barack.
Thanks, Wade. Listen, Barack, the crowd is already here. The main card hasn't started yet, and we almost have a packed house. I mean, you mentioned off camera that this is different from a regular boxing crowd because boxing fans usually aren't there this early.
You're always snitching. You're always snitching on me, making me look bad. You know what I mean? But listen, we was just at one of the most important fights in ever, you know, last week, and it wasn't this crowded this early. It was a packed out house by the end of the night, almost 20,000, but it wasn't this crowded this early.
Yeah, man, look, there's still time also to order the pay-per-view. Just scan the QR code on the bottom left there. Look, Barack, I'm excited about the main event, but I'm also excited about Amanda coming back. And I don't want to call it a charity type of fight, but she's been talking about it all week. Jordan, her trainer and manager, has been talking about it all week. They want to give back the opportunity to Heather Hardy that was given to them in order for her to be undisputed. So I'm looking forward to that fight.
I think that's a beautiful thing. You know, I think that's a beautiful sisterhood part of boxing. We see that sometimes in the men. You know, Deontay Wilder did that for Luis Ortiz. You know, fighters do that for each other sometimes. And they remember, you were there for me, and now I want to be there for you. But Heather Hardy's, even though she's taking a gift, she's going to really try and win. That's the thing. She's from Brooklyn.
Which might end up her losing by knockout. But look, on the main event, look, before we leave here, Barack, as we get closer to the main event, and as you hear the talks about maybe Nate playing possum with showing what he can do, are you leaning towards this being an evenly matched fight? Or we're still going with, hey, too young, Jake is too young, too powerful, and Nate won't be able to deal with him?
I'm leaning towards that probably. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, Nate just doesn't have enough experience inside the ring. We're all basing this off of something R.J. Ward said about how years ago Nate gave him some good work in the ring, you know, sparring. And we don't know, but when we see hit in the midst, he doesn't look spectacular, but you never know. And sometimes it's not just skills that wins. Even though guys like Floyd say skills pay the bills, sometimes the skillful fighter don't win. Vernon Forrest, you know, didn't win against Mayorga twice.
Well, those questions will be answered tonight. Listen, make sure you guys, to order the pay-per-view, scan the QR code on the bottom left, 7 p.m. Central Time. The big one is coming, so stay right there. We'll be back in a few.
Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, live globally on DAZN pay-per-view August 5th. An icon of the MMA game, ready for war against a global superstar. Set to bring the pain, to silence the haters, and leave one victorious. Like it or not, this is the most explosive fight of the year. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Ready for war. August 5th, live globally on DAZN pay-per-view. Sign up at DAZN.com.